if you are here thinking seriously about making big moves in the crypto market or making it really big in this market cycle, I would argue understanding how this market is behaving and what is happening behind the scenes has a lot to do with that. Because things change a lot. But the moment you understand the direction which the market is going, it helps you enormously. And when I say that, I think the charts show that clearly. There is a point which shows you either history is repeating or it's rhyming, but to your advantage. And here, now you're starting to get that visible. That's an important point to be in. And not a lot of assets are participating, but those which are participating is literally showing you that you have an opportunity right here in front of you. And in the SI family, we're going through all of them one by one, breaking it down so that you know, okay, this asset shows me this kind of a move is coming in the market and I can be prepared. I can take that opportunity. I can learn more and utilize it. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. If you actually focus on the price action here, based on history, you can actually argue that last time when all of these assets were staying inside one range without breaking to the upside, there was one asset which broke to the upside that led that run up in the large cap fundamental assets. So here, what you're watching is XRP, Cardano. So literally payments, smart contracts, gaming. So I've actually tried to take big caps from all these. So it kind of shows you, okay, XRP, Cardano, Chainlink, Decentraland or Mana. Now, if you look back then, you actually got to see that this one, which is Chainlink, broke above all of those, which were large cap, fundamental, utility, high liquidity tokens, and then continued moving up. It started consolidating while these coins did small move to the upside, not big, but still decent move compared to what they were doing before. And then they followed and they went close to the move. They kind of neutralized that gap, which shows, okay, fine, that's what happened back then. What are we really watching here? And that shows a lot. So this is what we are arguing. Right now we are watching that this particular stuff, which is in front of us, is breaking to the upside. Let's actually make that a little bit different in color. Okay, fine. So you can actually see what the price action is doing. Right now, it is inside this range and it is slowly breaking to the upside. So if you actually put in a horizontal line to be accurate, this is what you actually see. This range now is being broken by one asset. And just below that, you have another segment trying to push high. Which is that? Again, Cardano, smart contracts. So it's not the payments, it's not the gaming, which is now pushing to the upside or at least trying to flip. It's the smart contract side of it. And that means if you are in the crypto market and you're looking at the large cap, the small cap, the medium, whichever arena you're playing in with whatever risk tolerance you have in this market, you literally have opportunity in front of you. You have a couple of segments in the market which is still going up. One has been going up for some time. It's closing to the roof. Other one is just starting to move. If you are concerned about making it big this time, I would argue you should know about these segments and understand the basics of what you should actually do. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to break this down, so we don't mess this run up. If you are receiving value, smash that like button for me. As we go further in detail, break things down, I would appreciate that. We just saw today, okay, there is a big possibility that XRP is the next Bitcoin. Look at that price. Whoa. That's like, it's on sale. Instead of 60, it's 59,472. Don't fall for these kind of hype. Because think about this. When the price is at $10, $25, they don't want you to sell. They want you to hold on, believing this is going to go to 10,000, 100,000, wherever, so that they can sell. That's not what you should be thinking. If you have a decent bag of this asset accumulated over last few years, think about making it big. When you're 10x, 20x, 30x, think. It's in your favor. Now, look at the market. This is interesting. This is Bitcoin. The Bitcoin shows you that this particular day, which is 1st of February, yesterday, when the daily candle closed, you had some buying pressure, the volume, and that pushed the price up, which was great. Meaning, at that point, you need to understand the volume which came in was not more than the last candle, which was red, but it was able to push that even further. That showed buyers were really strong. The next day, which is here, you got significant strength compared to the last one from buying side. But they were not able to push the price up and close it there. And at the same time, they also came back down below the previous two candles range. So sellers are trying to push the price down. Someone wants to push the price down. But remember this. In the exchanges, you have like 2 million. And the way these giants are scooping up Bitcoin, they are looking at 2.95 million Bitcoins annually. That's a huge shift. Which means these kind of thought process kind of gets a lot of value. And if you understand that, that means, yeah, they are reaccumulating at this point. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. What the hell are you really talking about? You had your accumulation region, you broke through, you went higher and created a reaccumulation zone here. Now you broke higher from there and you're making another region here so that you can break higher and go up. That's interesting. Because while this happened last time, we saw the altcoins performing. So if we are to see Bitcoin consolidating in the range of say 40,000 to 50,000, that means altcoins will get more room to play around. And if you are positioned well enough, you're going to take benefit of that. Because sometimes the market doesn't make real sense. Meaning, I was looking at this from Pat and I'm like, whoa, that's reality. Historically, when you see things like this, the safe haven assets, they go up. And I'm like, okay, here gold is going down, dollar is going up. So the market sometimes doesn't make a lot of sense. So you need to try and break things down in a way that you understand a basic move so that you are not getting screwed. Now, this is kind of a contraindicator to the market. When this guy says Bitcoin is going to the downside, historically speaking, Bitcoin should be moving up. Now, think he's wrong. It's not going down, but it's not also going up. It's consolidating in one range. That still is good for us. We just saw that one day of price action was erased the next day. Good. So for us, this wants to go down. We are altcoin investors. We want the dominance to reduce. And during those times, you will see altcoins moving to the upside. So then comes the attention into XRP. Are we still here? It doesn't look good. Yeah. But the pattern has not been invalidated. If you are in the market and you're looking at this and you're putting the argument, okay, we are inside this pattern. Yeah, we're still inside that pattern. And this pattern is not new. We have seen this asset playing out this pattern repeatedly again and again for a long period of time, not only on a shorter horizon. That's the interesting part on this, because when you go on a macro chart for XRP, you will actually understand the fact that this asset is showing you one structure on a short-term horizon as well as the long-term horizon. It's interesting. Now, the short-term agrees with the macro, which again gives you that the direction should be macro. If that's to the upside, you should go to the upside. In the meantime, anyone who is levered, they are getting punished by the market. There is no doubt about that. If you went highly levered on this asset, it doesn't like that. Or people on the other end, the whales, they don't like that. Remember, in the payments industry, we just saw one of the competitor, which is XLM, showed like on-chain tokenization of value. They are like, hundreds of millions of dollars already tokenized on that platform, which is a huge move. You have to think about that. Say, Stellar actually showed earlier, like tokenization was like 340 million or something. And one of the highest in that criteria as an institution was like Franklin Templeton. And I was like, whoa, that's not a small thing. They are literally highlighting the fact that money is entering into this space. So let me see, I actually saw a tweet earlier today and I was like, whoa, that's actually a lot. Yeah, here you're actually talking about 340 million. And the way you should look at this is last year, they already showed like 270 million assets under management, Franklin Templeton. So the asset, the technology, it's all here. But for some reason, we just saw XRP was screwed and slowed down in US. Now that cap, the roof, which was limiting us, has been removed. So what do you think is going to happen next? Yeah, for sure, you'll actually see a lot of these developments coming in. Now, these guys are also heavy on Bitcoin. So when you see them investing heavy on Stellar, think about this. It's not just about Bitcoin. Listen to the CEO of that institution. They say Bitcoin is the biggest distraction in blockchain and distributed ledger technology. What do you think they really mean? And that's where the thought process comes in. Yeah, these assets are going to do just fine. For those who understand what they bought into, what was the initial investment thesis, they understand, okay, this is what's happening. But as human beings in the market, while you see other assets moving up, you will be tempted not to get the entire portion of it. When the risk mounts, yeah, for sure, you jump out. But while that plays out, you still have to think about it positively. So you look at different assets in this market. If you are a long-term guy, some of these assets actually show you monumental opportunity. Remember, when the price came down, we had the thought process saying, okay, guys, this is what's happening in the market. Most likely, it's going to actually reverse back up because this is the trend line. And that happened. From here to here, that was a great journey. We rode that. Not to this point. We took the profits a little bit earlier. Agreed. But as a trade, that was a successful one. We got 130%, 140%, 140%, 50% in different trades in the same asset. So if you are looking for the market in a way, like, can I get opportunities? Just look for breakouts. If that asset has been on an accumulation range for a long period of time and then it is breaking through, yeah, if you don't want to risk this range and you don't have that risk appetite, fine, go for this range. Because when you actually remove all this noise from the market and go into this, RSI was already showing you this as a fact at this bottom bounce. So you literally had the chance to go in and take all of this. Now, yes, for sure, when you enter into a shorter horizon chart, like a 3-day or a daily, you're like, okay, this is something wild. The price is going up like crazy, but the RSI is not. So that's where some divergence is entering. So as a trader, you would be more focused on these kind of moves and taking benefit of it. But as an investor, you're looking at a longer horizon. If you believe in this asset on a long term, you're like, fine, that trend line has been broken. Now we are going up. You have a long way to the upside. But do you have that appetite? And that's where breaking charts down into multiple scenarios and all of these different assets become an important part of your crypto life. Because when you're in the land of candlesticks, sometimes it's really confusing. I agree. So looking at an asset and thinking like, okay, someone who has been in the market for a long time, they think that this is going to happen and they explain why that's so. And if you understand that and if you can educate yourself on that, that's the biggest achievement. Because now you start taking the best decisions for your portfolio. Look at the altcoin market. If you have doubt about what the altcoins are going to do, look at this market. It had the same thing, the long range of accumulation. Now that's done. What comes next? Breakout, reaccumulation, and a bounce, which is mark up. So you're here in the reaccumulation after the breakout. What comes next? This thing. Don't miss out on that, guys. Don't miss out. What I would like to argue is have discipline and patience and educate yourself about the opportunities in the market so you understand some of them are hype. This is the reality, right? You can anchor your expectations and be realistic and take those profits out. That's important. Again, if you received value, smash that like button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.